Hey, welcome back. Where are we? Two douchey guys. That's us.
Two.
All right, what do we got today?
Today we have from Surly Brewing Company the Bitter Brewer, which is a bitter style ale. I haven't had much experience with the style.
Just a few.
Yeah. I say the hops that they use in this are Warrior and then Glacier hops. Now I think they use Glacier strictly for the late edition and obviously dry hopping. We've done a couple Surly beers.
Yeah.
So let's
Surly
see.
out of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Yep. Don't get it here, obviously.
No. This.
Yeah.
So it's always a joy to try something that we don't get here.
Yes.
The first Surly we reviewed, a little let down, I think. You can go check out that video. That was furious. See, we might be wrong. Second one, I was really surprised. I was really pleased with that. I think we both were on
Overrated?
That. Yeah, overrated. Oh wait, you gotta go check it out. We're gonna check this out. We're gonna crack it open, pour it out.
Get it open.
Let's do it. Whoa! Wait a
little bit of foam.
Just a little.
I was happy that it was.
Oh, that's light. Wow, that's yellow. I don't think the last bitter I had was this light. That is yellow. Hey, you can pour this, tell everybody you have a Bud Light, and they'll believe you.
Sorry, Surly.
No, I'm just saying camouflage. He totally missed that. That's alright, though. Alright.
Alright.
Good pour.
Let's get a look at the Surly Bitter Brewer.
Wow.
You do kind of get like a little yeast hanging out in the middle there.
You got some...
But it is...
Mine's all haze. I've got...
Yeah, you got most of it.
Man, I've got...
Yeah, you got most of the yeast there. But anyway, real pale, straw yellow. Almost reminiscent of what you'd expect from like a wheat beer. Head, which poured about a finger. It was very white, fluffy head. It is still sticking around a little bit.
Yeah, you got a lot better head than I did.
My beer's also a lot more clear than yours. But
yeah, it is.
Anyway, let's get an aroma.
I don't know. Can they actually... They probably can't tell the difference, can they? Huge. But in his...
Yours is more like orange juice.
Yeah.
Mine's more like...
With pulp.
Yeah, a lot of pulp. Mine's more like urine.
It is, but he has these funky threads of... I'm going to assume it's yeast.
I would hope it's yeast.
running throughout it. It's really... It's webbing and... It's like an egg yolk floating in there. It's interesting.
Let's get a nose.
Definitely. Grassy.
I'm getting a lot of lemon. A lot of like your generic citrus, like your zest, your lemon juice, maybe a tad bit of grapefruit. But like you said, lots of grassy nose to it, like lemongrass. Nothing dank about it, which a lot of people associate like a grassy, wet, dank smell.
Sorry I tasted it. I couldn't help it. There's some smell there.
There is.
I'm trying to figure out.
On the can and in the description, they do say like an orange marmalade type of thing.
Yeah.
I am getting that.
Yeah, I think so.
Not too much. But like I said, it's kind of more like a generic citrus type of smell. But I'll go ahead and get a taste.
I want you to get a taste because I think you're going to find this familiar. Okay, number one. To learn hops, I've actually eaten hops at work and eaten hops.
Don't recommend that because your taste buds are shot.
They are, but if
really
you're just sitting at work,
dries out your mouth. Yeah.
However,
work.
This reminds me of that. I mean,
they do use Warrior hops in this.
They must use a lot.
Well, the IBUs are only 43 or 34.
It amazes me because the it's like throwing a hop pellet in your mouth, sucking on it, letting it dissolve. You get the high amount of acid. You get the high amount of bitterness. You taste the grasses. You taste the citrus. But that's about it.
See, I'm getting the pop of bitterness up front. You do get tons of lemon, lemongrass, a little bit of like a grapefruity tartness, mixed with a little bit of that orange marmalade flavor that they get towards the back. And it actually, surprisingly, is a very dry beer.
Yeah.
I'm not getting any sort of malt flavor from that.
I was waiting for it. Zero.
Yeah, it's definitely, you can't even call it a hop bomb, but the hops are definitely prevalent when nothing else really is. I'm a little disappointed from the description. It said you'd get a ton of like floral citrus aromas.
Yeah.
I do get the citrus. I mean, obviously, I don't consider grass floral, but
I'm not getting
that's
floral,
just me.
But you know, maybe someone with a more refined palate.
Yeah, well, maybe we're amateurs, whatever. Real quick, the difference in appearance, if you can even tell, his being more of a milky, orange, juicy, with pulp kind of appearance, is when you naturally carbonate something, it just means you throw yeast in the can or bottle, and then it naturally carbonates that way. Bottle conditioning is what it's called.
Well, you probably had to add more sugar
Yeah.
to the yeast that's already there. You don't filter out all the yeast.
But the reason is most of the yeast and hop particle sediment sit at the bottom of the can. I poured all of mine basically from the top, and he obviously did his all from the bottom.
He did.
So that's why the difference in appearance. No flavor difference.
No, I didn't.
Now, based on the style, and this is tough, like I said, we really haven't had too many bitters, but based on the style, which is a traditional English style, I believe, what are you going to give this one?
And I hate to do it because I don't have enough, but I want to say that the bitter I had before was a little more complex than this. It wasn't as hoppy. I gotta say that the presence of the hop in this gives me a lot more joy. I like that.
And to interrupt a little bit and play on what you were saying about the hop, like if you just eat a hop pellet, if you've ever home brewed and you pick up your hops, you smell them, you get a little bit of that taste in your mouth.
This is that.
And this,
cut the bag open, take a deep breath. That's what you got.
It's incredibly dry, incredibly raw, and they do dry hop this, and Surly is big on hops. So
and I gotta give them props for maintaining that smell.
Yeah.
That flavor. I mean, it literally is like cutting up in a bag of hops, taking a big deep breath, and eating them.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said, tremendously dry, tremendously
maintained
raw.
it start to finish. I don't know exactly how they did it, but they did it. So overall,
yeah. No, you didn't give your style yet.
No, I didn't. So you're right. Out of order.
I interrupted.
Out of order style. It's a tough one. I'll give it an 8 just because I don't know where to put it just yet.
Yeah.
Like I said, yeah, I can't say anymore. I just don't have enough experience with bitter style. I just don't get any malt flavors. I don't get any alcohol flavor. Well, and like you said, it's low.
Yeah.
Very low. I just taste hop.
Yeah.
So, style-wise, I'll just go, what did I say? 7?
You said 8.
Did I say an 8? I'll stick with 8, but I'm questioning it.
Yeah. I'll go 8 as well. I'm not a huge fan of the hop profile that they're using, which is like a citrusy grass note. It's not my favorite. I haven't had very many of the bitter style at all, actually. So I don't really have much to compare it to. I do like the massive hop notes in it. I don't particularly like the grass note, but that being said, they've got a lot out of it. So I think an 8's fair.
So, overall, I'm going to stick with an 8, and I'm going to stick with an 8 because I do like the grass. I do prefer the citrus, but with the citrus, I like a little bit of malt to balance that out, make it extra sweet. Not extra sweet, but I like a little sweetness with my citrus. I like to put some sugar on my grapefruit, or whatever. But I do like both sides of the hop. I like the citrusy, and I do like the grassiness. I like the down-to-earth grassy flavors at times. And This I really like. I'm going to stick with an 8 because I think this is refreshing. I think it's light, so you can enjoy it. I know it's light, so I know I can just enjoy it anytime. Don't have to worry about much. And it'd be nice if you want to get that feeling back. It reminds me of the first time you homebrew and you cut that bag of hops open and you're just, wow. So that's what it's all about.
I'm gonna give it a 7. There's not complexity to it. Basically, and don't get me wrong, I'm a hop head, but basically what you're getting there is just hitting the mouth, hitting the nose with grassy citrus hops. Like I said, it's not my favorite combination. There's just not a lot to the beer.
No, there's not.
If I'm picking a session beer, which this one technically qualifies as, there's a lot more I'm going to pick ahead of it.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, 7. It's a good beer, obviously, but it's not one that I'm going to go out of my way for.
Right. I agree. And Surly, I know your batting average with us.
Yeah, everywhere else it's phenomenal.
It's up and down so far. But if you want to push over our way, we'll gladly take you. I think you
get more adapted to their flavor profiles.
And I think, you could find a market. So, come on.
Forget Iowa. Come to Indiana.
Yeah, they've already struck there. And Wisconsin. Yeah.
2DG.
Happy drinking.